Hey everybody, how you doing? This is beautiful Saturday in Evanston, Illinois. One of my good friends, Kevin Pham, just visited me today as I'm doing my annual retreat, and he's here to share about a little bit about his life and a little bit about his message to the world, some of the challenges that he faced growing up, but also a little bit about some of the things that he have accomplished, and then his message to you, the viewers at home. Now, let me go back before we start. Is that I've known Kevin Pham for about 7 years, 7 to 8 years now. He was my neighbor back in 2015 when I came back from the Peace Corps. We just connected as friends, and then over the years, we started connecting even more as brothers because we all face similar challenges. We all face some stuff that we went through in our lives, and based on that, we connected as brothers. So I'll start with the first question, Kevin. Kevin, tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit of some of the challenges you went through, and some of the things that you have accomplished, and what you want to share with the world. The stage is yours. I'll just be listening. Go ahead, Kevin.
Hey everybody, like Vin introduced, my name is Kevin, and currently I'm 27 years old. So just a brief background about who I am as a person. I was born in Vietnam, came to America, specifically California, at the age of 6 years old, and now I'm living in Chicago, Illinois. So I've been in America for over a decade, so you can tell by the English. But prior to this, obviously, I had family in Vietnam, and then we moved here, and um, now I am, an adult. But prior to that, it wasn't always great. Starting out in my life, I when I came to California, it was pretty difficult, I would say. Not being where I wanted to be when I was a child, and not having the capacity to think like an adult, and not steering the wheel and having my family do everything for me at that age. Um, so, long story short, I came here with a single mother and a brother, and we were literally living in an apartment, two-bedroom apartment with nine nine other people,
Dang.
and it wasn't the best condition. Okay, it was tough, and my mom had to move to Chicago while I was in California to seek a better working situation because California just didn't do it. She just had to make more money to provide for us. So I was living with my grandparents for quite some time,
Mm.
and growing up, not having your mother around, and not having a father, it was quite hard. And living with grandparents that are of older age, they're very limited in their ability to think in a way that is suitable for the current generations, if you will. Here it was hard. I've gone through some crazy amount of pain, through struggles, through not having that familial love and support. But it did teach me a lot. And all in all, one thing that I would say that should be a takeaway message for most of you people who are viewing the Vin's video here is that you have to take time alone to be in your own frame, to really admire where you were versus where you are now, and learn that you are a human being,
Mm.
and as human beings, we all go through the same emotion, through um, the same amount of I would say, like, pain.
Mm.
Whether it's you're experiencing that pain at 10 years old or experiencing that pain at 15 or 20 years old, it's pain, and pain is universal. Whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual pain, that you got disconnected from God or whatever, it's all similar, right? So, like I said, you got to go through the motion, and once you realize that, hey, I gotta be in my own frame, be on my own, so that I can properly heal and be full and complete before jumping to anything. Whether it's deep friendships or relationships, you have to heal. You have to be a person that comes at the forefront as a person that have gone through the pain, processed it, and fully become your own individual person with full integrity and full love for yourself. That's what's important. Um, Being able to recover
Mm,
from your traumas,
mm,
and then you jump into something. But if you jump into something without the proper healing,
mm,
then that toxicity bring will project to other individuals, and you don't want that. You know what I mean?
mm.
Um, so that's the overarching message here: is to love yourself before you love anybody else. And as humans, we are social animals. I get that. We want to be part of something greater than ourselves. We want to be in a relationship. We want to feel love.
Mm,
But how can you love when you don't even love yourself?
mm.
How can you heal somebody else and help somebody else if you can't even help yourself yet? So the whole idea here is love yourself first and then love somebody else, whether it's family, relationships, or friendship.
And tell me, Kevin, as you are learning to love yourself and appreciate yourself, some of the accomplishments that you have seen as you are embarking on that path. If you can share with the viewers just some of the things that you've gone through, but also some of the accomplishments as well, where you are now, and share some of those successes that you've done. Kevin 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. Hit it.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna dive too deep into what I've done as a person. I'm not too proud of those things, but however, through those pain that I created for myself, most of the pain that we create for ourselves is, it's either 50-50. You experience pain from the world, you experience pain from self-sabotaging. So I'm going to dive into, the pain that I experience from a nature standpoint, right?
Mm,
um, Obviously, like I mentioned previously, I didn't grow up with my mother around, didn't have a father, grew up with my grandparents, so it was like a limited knowledge of information and love that I had at a young age. Got bullied, didn't do too great in school, hung out with the wrong crowd, got into some pretty messed up situations, started doing things that I wasn't proud of. Long story short, I was in college. I was on academic probation, conduct probation, all types of probation,
mm,
doing things that could have gotten me expelled. Um, you know what I mean? I was just hustling, just to make it through. But obviously there were better outlets. But I chose what I chose because out of pain. Like I
mm,
said, I didn't heal from childhood upbringing, so I did what I did to just carry along. But I was in college, didn't do too great, like I mentioned. But I kept striving. I kept believing in myself when no one else was, when no one else was there for me. So long story short, I made it out of college and got into the field that I never thought I would be in.
mm,
Um, I met a certain individuals in college, and they really motivated me and inspired me to really be in finance. So currently, I'm with a financial company, and I don't know, I would say very prestigious.
Yep,
Around
absolutely.
$60 billion asset under management, and it wasn't easy to get here. You know what I mean? Prior to that, I was working at a bank, but now I'm moving up the ranks at a financial company that does asset management. Uh, One thing I would say is that it took a lot of pain. It took a lot of learning, and just really being humble to get to where I am today.
Mm,
So long story short, don't be afraid of the pain. Don't be afraid of the struggle. There's pain. There's beauty in the struggle and happiness. There's beauty in everything that we do, whether
mm,
it's through trial and error or through family issues. There's beauty, something to be learned from.
mm. 100%. No, Kevin, thank you for sharing that. That's truly powerful and uplifting at the same time to know that when we're struggling, when we're going through certain stuff, there's also the greener side of things as we continue to go through those challenges. Kevin, do you have any questions for me? Because I
Yeah,
want to make sure.
absolutely.
Hit me.
Like I had talked about, as humans, we go through the same things and a certain motion.
Mm.
Um, what is one of the most enlightening pain that you've gone through as a person that
Mm.
really unravel the beauty in
Mm.
who God created you to be?
Wow.
Yeah.
Talking about pain, and talking about the beauty, and talking about how to become that next Vin, I can't help but go back to when I lost my brother in 2019. Losing a brother, it's not easy, because growing up you always wanted to be like your big brother. Growing up you always wanted to connect like the big bro, and losing him got me actually closer to him, because I actually had a lot of conversation with him in spirit, and to be able to understand that he was telling me, Vin, live your life, do your thing. His last message with me was basically two fists up telling me to live your life. And I find that if we are able to understand that life and death is on the same plane, that when we are born we die, so why is there fear, right? If we know that we're heading there anyway, and understand that the loss of my brother taught me to appreciate life more, to connect with myself more, and to live life well in this limited time that we all have, was what I really learned in 2022 and now 2023. Um, and so with that connection, I really want to be able to relate to the people out there in the world listening to this message today. And so much of the fashion of what I've learned with my brother is just to continue to live your life, learn from what's going on right now, and to know that life and death is not two, but actually just one thing. And to make a difference, make an impact right now, whether with yourself, as what I'm doing now with the retreat, or with the people around you that you care about, to make their day better, in a sense, making your day better, and go out there and make a difference, because we all have 99 years if we're lucky. If not, we go early. And if we go early, the question is it impactful right now? So make a difference. Um, and if you get a chance, go back and say hi to your mom and dad. Go back and say hi to your brothers and sisters, because we think we have all the time in the world, but time is just so limited. So I do, so many times I wish my brother was still here today with me. I wish my brother was hanging out with me. I wish I could show him Japan. I wish I could show him the world. But he's already gone up to hang out with the man upstairs. So in that sense, I do always wish him, amazingness. And one day I'll meet him again and tell him all the things I've done to not only better myself, but better the people around me. So, yeah, I send my kind regards to everybody. And like my brother said, Kevin, thank you for sharing. Thank you for asking the questions. But before we leave, let's have 1 minute of final reflections. And I'll leave it to my brother. Go ahead, Kevin. Final 1 minute final reflection.
So just based on what Vin just mentioned, my question was, what was one thing that you could unravel from your pain that God wanted you to, realize was, like he said, living your life, right? Whether you could go through a storm or a really beautiful day, just live. And most people, when they go through the pain, they turtle up, they shut down emotionally, spiritually, physically. No, learn to strive forward, run toward the storm like the buffalo, not the cow who runs away. And we were just having this metaphor earlier, but
yeah,
it's very crucial that you continue to seek meaning, seek God, whoever you believe in, Buddha, Allah, Moses, whoever, you know what I mean? Just continue to seek out the meaning so that you can be the best version of yourself. And when you are the best version of yourself, you will bring the best version of somebody else out of somebody else. Just learn to love yourself so that way the world can learn how to love you. Because why would the world love you if you don't love yourself?
yeah,
Right? You just bring toxicity into the world, and the world doesn't need that anymore. What the world needs is kindness, joy, peace, love, patience, all the bodies of every God out there. If you think about all the God that people believe in, all the gods that people believe in, there's only one thing that is in common: love.
Mm.
And love is perhaps the most powerful thing that will. And even Einstein said it before his death. That he even figured out. He's obviously a genius, and he said that love is the most powerful thing that cannot be conquered. Not even evil can conquer it. So have love for yourself, and the world will have love for you.
Agreed, Kevin. I probably can't even beat that. That was perfect. For me, I'll second Kevin, and I'll add that you know, for 2023 and the years coming, I think we talked about this, Kevin, too. Is to stop looking outwards and just look inwards. That to love yourself is actually meaning to love others. So continue to love yourself. Continue to open people's hearts. Continue to open your heart, and just be better, be kinder, and be more compassionate. Because that leaves behind examples for other people to mirror, examples for your kids, example for your grandkids, example for your friends and your family members. Um, yeah.
Absolutely.
With that said, me and Kevin, I'll say for both of us, wish you a great day, a wonderful day. Be kind, be well, be loved. Share that with the world in the limited time that we have. So much love.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Peace and love, everyone.
Peace. All right. Thank you.